Welcome, gentlemen. Power is never loud. It's the silent force that makes heads turn without a word. In a world where everyone is fighting for attention, the real game changer is the man who doesn't even need to try. The fact is, most people mistake noise for influence, when in reality, it's the calm confidence of someone who moves with purpose that truly commands a room. There's something magnetic about a man who operates in his own lane, unbothered and quietly, yet undeniably turning heads. These are the men who leave people curious, wondering what's behind that composed exterior, drawn in without even realizing it. If you're ready to become that man, the one people can't help but notice without even saying a word, these 8 foolproof masculine traits will do more than just grab attention. They'll make it impossible to look away. Number 1. Walk like you own the room, but don't announce it. When you walk into a room like you already belong there, it changes everything. It's not about making a scene or demanding attention. It's about the way you carry yourself, like you have nothing to prove. People are naturally drawn to those who move with quiet assurance. They don't need to look around for approval or rush to claim space. Every step is deliberate, with a natural rhythm that makes others pause without realizing why. Your posture speaks louder than any introduction. Straight back, shoulders relaxed, and a calm but steady pace. All of it signals a man who knows where he stands, both literally and figuratively. There's no need for loud statements or grand gestures. Confidence like this is felt, not flaunted. It's the kind of presence that makes people wonder who you are before you even say a word. They'll notice you, not because you're trying to be seen, but because you're comfortable being seen. That's the power of walking like you own the room, not by force, but by nature. You don't need to announce yourself. People are already turning their heads, curious to figure out what sets you apart from everyone else. Number 2, master the art of silence, then speak like it's gold. When you master the art of speaking less but saying more, you become unforgettable. It's not about jumping into every conversation or filling every silence with words. In fact, the man who chooses his words wisely and sparingly leaves a far stronger impression. People start to notice that when you speak, it actually means something. Your silence isn't passive, it's powerful. While others ramble, trying to grab attention, you're strategically quiet, listening and observing, making your next move with precision. And when you do speak, it's like you're dropping gold. Every word hits with impact because you've made people wait for it. You're not competing to be heard. You've already captured their attention by not fighting for it in the first place. It's that rare combination of restraint and confidence that makes people listen more closely, almost hanging on to your words because they know they're not wasted. The quiet ones aren't invisible. They're just choosing to let their presence speak first. By controlling when and how you speak, you control the room without ever raising your voice. And that's the kind of presence that lingers long after the conversation is over. Number 3, own your style without saying a word. Owning your style is about more than just wearing the right clothes. It's about wearing something that speaks before you do. You don't need to follow trends or keep up with the latest looks. What makes heads turn is when your style reflects who you are, effortlessly and unmistakably. It's not about being flashy or trying too hard. It's about wearing something that fits your personality as perfectly as it fits your body. People notice when you're comfortable in your own skin, and that's where the real power lies. You walk into a room and your outfit doesn't scream for attention, but it draws it anyway. Maybe it's the perfectly tailored jacket, the way your shoes are polished just right, or the subtle detail that sets you apart. You're not loud about it, but there's something about the way you put yourself together that makes people look twice. Your style becomes your signature, something people remember long after you've left the room. It's personal, distinctive, and completely your own. When you dress for yourself, and not for the crowd, you create an aura of quiet confidence. It's not about impressing anyone. It's about making sure that when people notice, they can't help but be impressed. Number 4. Keep an aura of mystery that people can't quite pin down. When people can't quite figure you out, they can't help but be drawn to you. There's something magnetic about a man who doesn't lay all his cards on the table. You reveal just enough to keep people curious, but never enough to let them fully know what's going on in your head. That subtle sense of mystery pulls people in, making them want to understand you, to dig deeper. But you don't make it easy, and that's the key. You don't overshare. You don't give too much away. Instead, you drop hints, small pieces of who you are, leaving others wanting more. Maybe you're quiet about your achievements, or you never quite finish a story. It's not about being secretive. It's about knowing that not everyone deserves access to every part of you. That kind of restraint makes you stand out, especially in a world where everyone is constantly putting themselves on display. Mystery is attractive because it challenges people. You become the guy who others are always trying to figure out, but they never quite do. And the less they know, the more intrigued they become. People want what they can't have, and your layers make you impossible to fully pin down. Number 5. Cultivate a lethal combination of confidence and kindness. When you combine confidence with kindness, you create a powerful mix that people can't ignore. Confidence alone can sometimes come off as arrogance, but when it's paired with genuine kindness, it transforms how others see you. You don't just walk into a room thinking you're better than everyone else. You walk in knowing you have value, and that others do too. You're the guy who doesn't need to prove himself by putting others down. Instead, you lift people up, showing that real strength lies in helping others, not in dominating them. People are naturally drawn to someone who can hold his own, but still cares enough to offer a helping hand. It's rare to find someone who's both sure of himself and considerate of others, and that's what makes you stand out. Your confidence isn't just in your ability to succeed, but in your ability to make those around you feel seen and valued. You're not threatened by other people's success because you're secure in your own. This balance between being strong and being kind isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. People respect you because you don't have to tear anyone down to feel good about yourself. That's the kind of energy that turns heads every time. Number 6. Become a master of nonchalant body language. Being decisive is one of those qualities that immediately makes people take notice. When you know what you want and you're not afraid to make a move, it sends a clear message. You're in control, and you're not waiting around for things to happen. Indecision is the enemy of progress, and when others see you making choices without hesitation, they can't help but be drawn to that energy. There's something captivating about a man who takes charge of his life, who doesn't linger in the gray area of doubt. Your decisiveness isn't about being reckless or rushing into things. It's about weighing your options, trusting your instincts, and then acting. When others are stuck second-guessing themselves, you're already moving forward, and that kind of confidence is contagious. People are naturally attracted to those who know how to take control, not just of situations, but of their own lives. You're the guy who doesn't get lost in endless what-ifs. Instead, you focus on what's next. In a world full of hesitation, your decisiveness becomes a rare and valuable trait. It shows that you're not afraid to take risks, to lead, and to stand behind your choices. That's the kind of boldness that commands attention everywhere you go. Number 7. Command eye contact, like it's a silent conversation. Staying calm under pressure is a rare trait that instantly separates you from the crowd. When chaos hits and everyone else is scrambling, the guy who can keep his cool stands out like a lighthouse in a storm. People gravitate toward calm energy because it signals control. You're not just reacting to every little problem that comes your way. You're assessing, thinking, and choosing your next move with a clear head. That kind of composure is powerful, and it's something people can't help but admire. It's easy to lose your temper or panic when things go wrong. But the man who can maintain his calm while everything around him is falling apart, he's the one who people turn to for leadership, advice, or even just a sense of stability. You become the guy who doesn't let external stress dictate how you feel or act, and that kind of inner strength is magnetic. When you stay cool, even in tough situations, people can sense it. It's not just about being calm for yourself, it affects everyone around you. You create an environment where others feel safe, knowing that no matter how bad things get, you won't be rattled. That level of control makes heads turn every single time. Number 8. Possess a quiet, dangerous confidence that speaks before you do. Owning your mistakes is something that few people do, but when you do it, it instantly earns respect. It's easy to point fingers, make excuses, or avoid the blame when things go wrong. But there's something undeniably strong about the man who steps up and says, "Yeah, that was on me." It's not about being perfect. Everyone messes up. But admitting when you're wrong shows maturity, confidence, and accountability. You're not afraid to be human, and that's what makes you stand out. People notice when someone can take responsibility without defensiveness or excuses. It's refreshing, especially in a world where everyone's trying to save face. Owning your mistakes doesn't make you look weak. In fact, it makes you look stronger. You're showing that you don't need to be right all the time to be secure in yourself. It signals to others that you're comfortable with growth, that you learn from your errors and keep moving forward without being weighed down by ego. This kind of self-awareness and accountability not only earns you respect, but also makes others trust you more. They know you're someone who will handle things straight up without hiding behind false pride, and that's the kind of presence that's impossible to ignore. Gentlemen, if you found this content valuable and want to keep exploring more insights like these, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Joining our community means you won't miss out on any future tips and discussions that can help you elevate your presence and confidence. Your support makes a difference, and we're excited to have you along for the journey. Until next time, gentlemen, stay soulfully synergized.